Imagine this. It's harvest season. The sun is blazing, and your 1,000-acre field is waiting. Suddenly, your state-of-the-art John Deere tractor sputters, flashes an inscrutable error code on its digital display, and grinds to a halt. You're miles from the nearest dealership. Precious time is ticking away, and you know this breakdown could cost you thousands. Not just in repairs, but in lost yield. For years, this nightmare scenario has been a brutal reality for countless farmers across America. Why? Because repairing these complex machines often required proprietary software, specialized tools, and a visit from an authorized dealer technician, effectively locking out independent repair shops and even the farmers themselves from performing crucial fixes. But folks, get ready for some groundbreaking news that's about to turn the agricultural world on its head. A seismic shift has just occurred, thanks to a landmark settlement with the Federal Trade Commission. And it means John Deere owners will finally get the fundamental right to repair their own equipment. This isn't just about wrenches and tractors. It's about control, autonomy, and the future of ownership in an increasingly digitized world. Stay tuned, because we're diving deep into what this historic decision means for farmers, for competition, and for you. For decades, John Deere, much like many other tech giants, has operated under a business model that significantly restricted who could repair their products. Their argument? It's about protecting intellectual property, ensuring safety, and maintaining equipment integrity. In reality, it created what many called a repair monopoly. When a farmer's tractor broke down, they often found themselves in a bind. Diagnostic tools, service manuals, and crucial software updates, the very things needed to identify and fix issues, were tightly controlled and largely only accessible to authorized John Deere dealerships. This meant that if an engine needed recalibration after a routine repair, or a sensor needed a software reset, farmers couldn't just call their local independent mechanic. They had to tow their massive equipment, sometimes hundreds of miles, to an authorized dealer, wait weeks for a slot, and then face astronomical bills. These costs weren't just for parts and labor. They included hefty fees for the proprietary diagnostic software that only John Deere could provide. It left farmers feeling helpless, beholden to a single entity for the proper functioning of their livelihoods. This restrictive approach fueled a growing frustration, sparking a grassroots movement that transcended the agricultural sector and began to capture national attention. The right to repair movement. So, what exactly is the right to repair? At its core, it's the principle that consumers and independent repair shops should have the same access to tools, parts, and information needed to repair modern electronic devices as the manufacturer authorized repair networks. Think about it. When you buy a car, you can take it to any mechanic you trust when your washing machine breaks. You can call a local appliance repair person. But with increasingly sophisticated, software-driven products, from your smartphone to your farm tractor, manufacturers have been deliberately making repairs difficult, sometimes impossible, for anyone but themselves. This has involved everything from gluing components together, making parts unavailable, to, most critically in John Deere's case, restricting access to software diagnostics and specialized tools. The movement argues that once you buy a product, you should have the full right to control, maintain, and repair it, without being forced back to the original manufacturer for every single fix. It's a fight for consumer sovereignty, environmental sustainability, by extending product lifespans, and for fostering genuine competition in the repair market. Enter the Federal Trade Commission, or FTC. This independent agency of the United States government is tasked with promoting consumer protection and eliminating and preventing anti-competitive business practices. For years, the FTC has been receiving complaints and growing concerns about manufacturers' restrictive repair policies. In 2021, the FTC released a comprehensive report titled Nixing the Fix, which found scant evidence to support manufacturers' claims that repair restrictions were necessary for safety or intellectual property. Instead, the report highlighted how these restrictions created monopolies, suppressed competition, and harmed consumers. This report signaled a clear intent by the FTC to crack down on these practices, with the Biden administration explicitly supporting the right to repair and issuing executive orders urging the FTC to address these issues. The stage was set for direct action. The FTC didn't just talk. They started investigating, and John Deere became a prime target, representing a significant test case for agricultural equipment and the broader tech industry. And now, for the main event, the historic settlement. While the full details are still emerging and being implemented, the core of the agreement mandates that John Deere will provide farmers and independent repair shops with access to the same diagnostic tools, repair manuals, and software updates that its authorized dealerships currently possess. This is monumental. Specifically, John Deere has committed to making available 1. Diagnostic software, the crucial software needed to read error codes, calibrate components, and perform system resets. 2. Service manuals, detailed repair guides, electrical diagrams, and hydraulic schematics. 3. Specialized tools, access to purchase or rent unique tools required for specific repairs that were previously proprietary. 4. Parts access, ensuring that genuine John Deere parts are available for purchase by independent repairers, or at least information on compatible aftermarket parts. 5. Software updates, allowing independent repairers to download and install critical software updates directly, rather than relying solely on dealerships. This isn't just a handshake agreement. It's a legally binding commitment that will be monitored by the FTC. It means that the walls John Deere built around its repair ecosystem are finally coming down, paving the way for a more open and competitive repair market for agricultural machinery. So, what does this mean for the backbone of our food supply, the farmers? The impact is nothing short of revolutionary. First and foremost, cost savings. No longer will farmers be forced to pay premium dealer rates for simple fixes or be compelled to buy new equipment when an older machine could be affordably repaired. Being able to use independent mechanics, or even fix issues themselves, will significantly reduce operational expenses. Second, reduced downtime. Time is money, especially during critical planting and harvesting seasons. With local independent shops having the necessary tools and information, repairs can be done faster, closer to home, and without the long waiting periods often associated with dealerships. This means less idle equipment and more productive field time. Third, increased autonomy and control. Farmers are incredibly resourceful and mechanically inclined. This settlement gives them back control over their investments. They can choose who repairs their equipment, where it's repaired, and even how it's repaired, fostering a sense of ownership that was previously eroded. Fourth, extended equipment lifespan. By making repairs more accessible and affordable, farmers can keep their valuable machinery running longer, delaying the need for costly new purchases and reducing waste. This isn't just good for the wallet, it's good for the planet. This settlement isn't just a win for farmers. It's a massive boost for independent repair shops. For years, these businesses have been sidelined, unable to compete with authorized dealers due to the lack of proprietary tools and information. Now, the playing field is leveling. Independent mechanics will gain access to the same resources, allowing them to service complex John Deere equipment effectively. This will undoubtedly lead to 1. New business opportunities. A whole new segment of the market opens up for them, attracting farmers who previously had no choice but to go to dealerships. 2. Increased competition. More options for farmers mean dealers will have to be more competitive on pricing and service quality, which ultimately benefits the consumer. 3. Local economic growth. Independent shops are often small local businesses. Their growth translates to job creation and economic activity within rural communities. 4. Innovation. With more hands on the tools and more minds thinking about repairs, there's potential for innovative solutions and specialized expertise to emerge outside the manufacturer's ecosystem. This fosters a healthier, more diverse repair ecosystem, benefiting everyone involved. The John Deere settlement is more than just a win for agriculture. It sets a powerful precedent for the entire tech industry and beyond. The right to repair movement isn't limited to tractors. It spans everything from smartphones and laptops to medical devices and even home appliances. Companies like Apple, for example, have faced similar criticisms for their highly restrictive repair policies, making it difficult for consumers and independent shops to fix iPhones and MacBooks without expensive, manufacturer-specific parts and diagnostics. Tesla is another prime example. With its highly integrated software and proprietary repair network, this FTC action sends a clear message to all manufacturers. Consumers have a right to repair what they own. It signals a potential shift in how companies design products, making them more repairable and less disposable, and how they interact with their customers post-purchase. This could fundamentally redefine what ownership means in the 21st century, moving away from a model of rented products towards genuine consumer control. Of course, it's not without its challenges and nuances. Manufacturers often raise legitimate concerns about cybersecurity, ensuring proprietary software isn't tampered with in ways that could compromise safety or functionality, and protecting intellectual property. The balance between open repair and these valid concerns will need careful navigation. Farmers and independent shops will also need to invest in training and potentially new equipment to take full advantage of these new rights. It's a learning curve, and the complexity of modern machinery means that not every repair will be a simple DIY job. John Deere will likely continue to advocate for secure repair practices, and there will undoubtedly be ongoing discussions about the scope and limits of this newfound access. This isn't a silver bullet for all repair woes, but it is a monumental step forward. The road ahead will involve monitoring John Deere's compliance, and no doubt, continued advocacy for even broader right to repair legislation across other industries and states. But for now, the message is clear and resounding. The era of manufacturers holding absolute control over your ability to fix what you own is beginning to crumble. This FTC settlement is a triumph for American farmers, a victory for fair competition, and a beacon of hope for consumer rights everywhere. It's a reminder that when consumers, activists, and regulators push for change, real progress can be made. This is just the beginning of a future where owning something truly means owning it, right down to the last nut and bolt, and the lines of code that make it run. What are your thoughts on this monumental shift? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more tech and consumer news, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. Thanks for watching.